Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you with another new What If for you guys. And this is a What If I've been wanting to do for a while now, at least like for the past 2 months ago, actually. But I need to do my research properly, and I also was dealing with a lot of issues back then. So, yeah. But now that I've done my research, I've actually done everything correctly, and I feel like this is going to be a good series. This is What If Izuku was the Green Beetle. This is part 1, and let me make this abruptly clear. I'm not using the Young Justice Green Beetle, who is basically a Martian, after all. No, I'm using the current Green Beetle in the DC Comics. And yes, for anyone who is a DC fan, I am aware that the current Green Beetle is a female, and I could have done the lazy route and gave Izuku that to become that of the Blue Beetle after all. However, when I see people try to do that of, what ifs and fanfics on that of on making Izuku the Blue Beetle, they either basically stop halfway or they just drop the series all entirely. So for me, I'm just doing this as a way. I'm just doing this from that of a more obscure version of the Beetles, that being the Green Beetle. Plus, Izuku's signature color is green, so honestly, that just writes for itself. You could call that laziness, but still. At any rate, I may take aspects from that of Kid Zeus. Kid Zeus, if you see this video, my apologies, man. You're still a GOAT, even if you haven't uploaded in a long time. So, enough said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? In the current world, almost that of 80% of the human population have that of quirks, superhuman abilities that basically can allow people to do amazing and crazy things to happen. Some quirks are amazing, such as being able to conjure fire, manipulate water, being able to fly, create stuff like that. Some powers are so weird, like turning your sweat into basically explosions, and eating sweets and sugar and anything sugar related can give you superpower, can give you superhuman strength and speed. Let's just say we don't talk about those who have weird quirks. However, there are still some who are behind the times. Some that the evolutionary gene has basically left behind. This being the quirkless, those who are not born with powers. And our story starts with just one of these quirkless beings. That being a young boy by the name of Izuku Midoriya. Izuku always dreamt of being a hero. Given the emergence of quirks, heroes became the number one profession. It became a duty to protect the innocent. However, because heroes were basically the next top thing, with heroes, mainly doing it for that of glory and fame and fortune, nobody really understands what it truly means to be a hero anymore. Even the number one hero, All Might, the greatest hero of all time, even though he's known to be the symbol of peace, the one who gives hope to others and for others to inspire them to become heroes. Let's just say he's no different when he has that of merchandise and fame after all. So yeah. However, he doesn't let it go to his head when all he cares about is protecting the innocent and reassuring others that everything will be okay, with his iconic catchphrase, "I am here," which also inspired Izuku to want to be a hero. However, due to his quirklessness, it's a dangerous profession to many people, from his best friends to his mother, to even everybody that's nothing but a mere stranger to him, has told him over and over and over again, he can't be a hero without a quirk, as this has been going on for almost that of 10 years. Currently now, Izuku is now 14 years old, going through that of his second year in junior high, as his junior high school, Aldera Junior High, has been nothing but somewhat of a living hell, as Izuku has been constantly bullied, beaten, and basically ridiculed for being quirkless. Hell, just merely existing has basically been nothing but a living nightmare for the Green Net, especially given that his main tormentor was his former best friend since childhood, Katsuki Bakugo. Katsuki has the mindset, given that ever since he was a kid and he awoke in his quirk before everyone else, that he is the strongest, that he is going to be destined to be the greatest hero of all time, the hero that surpasses All Might. This is basically when a kid basically has nothing but positive reinforcement and nobody basically corrects him on it. This is what you get: an arrogant, pompous, piece of shit brat. And then when you're in a society where quirks matter everything and you were born without a quirk, well, you get Izuku, a timid, scared, and somewhat shy kid who basically has done nothing but merely existing. Because of this dynamic, their lives has basically turned upside down. Even though their families are close, mainly their moms being close friends, their children, on the other hand, were close before all that changed. Bakugo constantly belittles Izuku on a daily, never giving him one chance to even stand up for himself. Even when he does try to stand up for himself, it's just basically the same song and dance all over again. And given that Izuku's mother constantly worries about him, Inko Midoriya, even though he wants to stand up for himself, wants to try to achieve his dream to become a hero, she doesn't want him to. She doesn't want him to suffer any more than he already has. And trying to achieve his dream is just going to make her worry about him and probably want to make him suffer even more. She doesn't want that. All she wants is to protect her baby boy, which in return is causing Izuku to suffer even more without realizing it. However, things are going to start to change today. Currently, Aldera Junior High second years are planning to go on that of a field trip to that of a iconic scientific lab to help the development of quirks and also the development of hero improvement, known as Star Labs. It's more than to many people who don't know much about Star Labs. It's just that of a science research facility to help develop heroes' quirks and also give them that of somewhat support gear as well. However, it's more than that. Star Labs develops that of all of humanity to help them improve and to see how much they can push humanity to the limits, even beyond the stars as well. Ever since the emergence of quirks, many scientific discoveries and, advancements have been put on hold, even to this day, where mainly support gear, which is a new form of technology, is mainly used to help and improve quirks instead of improving that of the day-to-day lives of humanity. Star Labs does work on quirk. However, they want to work on helping other human beings as well, while still trying to advance technology on the side. However, the Japanese government, Japan and many other Asian countries, which was basically where quirks first emerged, mainly focus on that of the development of quirks, while technology development mainly focused from that of the West, actually, from being the United States, the UK, and many other European nations as well. But not wanting many of these countries to go stagnated, only focusing more on quirks, Star Labs is basically a multi-branch company that focuses on developing the advancement of human technology and evolution. So the current Star Labs that they're going to is known as the Japanese branch. Many students came on this trip just so they can get some time off from that of doing schoolwork, while some just did it so they can basically leave school. However, for Izuku's case, he actually wanted to come to Star Labs, not just because he wanted to get out of school, but mainly because he wanted to see on how much Star Labs has actually improved people's lives, given that they're more than just that of a support company as people see them as, seeing that they are the leading researchers in that of human evolution outside of just quirks and making technology for quirks alone. Hell, even out of all of the, tech companies, they also have the biggest finances as well, coming from that of multiple other support companies and even that of hero agencies supporting them as well. Some do it for publicity stunts, after all, so they can get more fame and ratings and all that other shit. While some actually do it so they can actually want to see humanity improve, which makes Izuku impressed even more. As they finally arrive at that of a white, large, somewhat 3-story building, which is a lot more bigger on the inside than it looks on that of the outside, after all. With their homeroom teacher saying, "Now everyone, please stay in line, stay in orderly line. I don't want any of you to go off wandering on your own." With then, soon, him glancing at Izuku, as he thinks that he's nothing but that of a problem child. However, that's far from the case. However, as the teacher says this, none of them actually gave a damn about what he says, except Izuku. With then, as they soon arrive to that of the facility, soon a scientist of Star Labs, wearing that of a lab coat, and also wearing that of brown khaki pants and a red shirt, with that of spiky blonde hair, and that of green eyes, can up and say, "Welcome to Star Labs, students of Aldera Junior High. I'll be your tour guide and host for today. So, I can tell that some of you are, I couldn't blame any of you if you weren't all interested in coming here, only just to get out of class after all." With then hearing the scientist says this, many of them couldn't help but laugh, saying, "But trust me, once you come here, you'll have that an amazing experience." With then heading into that of the science lab, with Izuku also heading in as well, as he already has one of his notebooks, or instead of one of his hero analysis notebooks, it being that of a notebook where he's basically been able to develop his own, support gear actually, to help him in wanting to be that of a hero after all. Realizing that a lot of people don't want to support him by training him martial arts or helping him learn anything that will help him in self-defense, Izuku decided to take matters in his own hands by trying to develop his own, support gear for himself. Unfortunately for Izuku, the only thing that he used for that of self-defense is that of a handmade taser, after all. But given that there are a lot of people that would be immune to that of electric shocks, absorb electricity, or even be fast enough to dodge electricity, somewhat it's more of a, deterrent than basically a way to defend himself. But it's better than nothing. Hopefully being at Star Labs could help him improve even more. Within, heading into that of this facility, they see that currently in that of the main lobby, they see that of a few certain things, such as that of hero costumes for a few pro heroes, mainly here in Japan, but also some pro heroes from that of America and Europe as well. Some people go crazy over seeing that of a replica of All Might, Bronze, and Silver Age costumes, actually. With it, Bakugo, getting arrogant as always, makes a comment that once he becomes the number one hero, they'll have to basically make a pedestal for his own costume as well, with many of his lackeys and those who are suck-ups to him basically egging on his own damn ego. As for Izuku, he couldn't help but geek out seeing that of All Might's endeavors and also that of, Yorimusha's old costumes as well. Even that of Stars and Stripes, and surprisingly, another pro hero from America, whose looks more like that of an insect exoskeleton, and it's blue at that. Heading to that of the higher floors of the facility, the tour guide explains that each of the floors here develop in that of certain aspects in a new field. The second floor focuses on that, developing that of hero support gear, and seeing on how much that quirks have evolved as well, by checking out that of gauntlets that actually improve that of somebody with that of a energy manipulation quirk, a backpack that actually mimics that of somebody with that of a flying quirk, and also, last but not least, a somewhat gun that's able to manipulate certain, that's able to copy and mimic certain quirks as well. However, it only works on that of emitter type quirks, unfortunately. With then Bakugo getting quite a bit of ideas for many of the support gears, and not just him, but also Izuku as well. Back on that of the first floor, we see that of a somewhat Hispanic young man with that of black hair, which goes well with that of his, well, somewhat caramel tan skin, and wearing that of a blue jacket, which almost has that of a pattern on the sleeves of Beetle legs, actually. Wearing that of a black pants, and also wearing that of a black t-shirt, with working with one of the scientists as saying, "So you're sure it hasn't been reacting at any chance?" With the scientist saying, "Not one bit, Director Reyes. To be honest, are you sure that it's going to react, to be honest? I mean, in your circumstances, it was surprising." Saying, "Trust me, when it comes to those things, they can basically react to anybody that they see as worthy, especially if they have the genetics for it, to be honest. If it does react, and I mean if it reacts any chance, contact me. Promise." Saying, "Of course, Director Reyes." As the Hispanic man leaves, within him soon, and him having that of weird, unique facial expressions, with one even seems somewhat frustrating, but also a little bit, well, that of annoyance and relief as well. With a few of the scientists and a few of the personnel guards kinda can't help but laugh every time when they see the director of Star Labs looking like that as he walks out of the building. With then, however, whatever they were speaking about is in that of the lower levels of Star Labs, which are normally known as the restricted levels, mainly focusing on that of developing, well, technology that will help out those with that of harmful or basically uncontrollable quirks, and also certain technology that's beyond this world or beyond their normal understanding. Currently, one of these secure levels lays that of a certain somewhat advanced technological advance, Green Beetle-like scarab. As right now, it looks like it's reacting as it begins to move its legs. Unaware of what's actually going on right now, some don't even see that it's actually moving. With then soon going either further and further the tour, they soon head to that of the third floor, which shows the development of improving that of quirks. They mainly focus on that of pro heroes coming in and testing new abilities or new ways that they can incorporate their quirks in their pro hero duties. With many of the students actually quite surprised seeing that there are at least 2 pro heroes there today. One of them being that of a somewhat unnoticeable and not even well-known pro hero, while the other is one that a lot of the kids here in Mossfu know all too well, that being the fire rescue hero Backdraft. Here, he's began to develop new ways to use his water manipulation quirk by putting out fires by manipulating his water into making that of objects, after all, precisely taking out certain fires that would be dangerous by normal means, actually. As many kids couldn't help but be excited. Even Izuku was quite excited seeing the 2 pros, even aware of the pro that doesn't really have much of a person, that people don't even know as well. With Bakugo getting annoyed at Izuku, screaming, "Shut up, Deku! Nobody wants to hear you ramble on, you damn nerd, so shut it!" With then everybody laughing at Izuku, and Izuku looking down. With then the teacher not even saying anything before sighing, saying, "All right, everyone, let's continue on the tour." With then the tour guide seeing this couldn't help but get annoyed at that before him saying, "Please, everybody, let's stay calm and keep this tour ongoing." With then, without realizing it, the scarab that was in the lower floors begins to climb, and that's of the ventilation shaft of Star Labs. However, even though there are certain securities that are basically developed into that of the ventilation shaft as well, it's able to get past them, deep, and it's not stopping them one bit. Given that, it almost seems like it's on that of a mission, determined to get to what it wants. After at least that of a good 2 hours or so, the tour finally comes to that of an end, with the scientists saying, "Thank you all for coming to Star Labs. Seeing that many of you are actually quite impressed with how we do. If you all plan on becoming pro heroes, please don't be afraid to contact Star Labs for any support gear as well, and to help you improve your quirks too. We also have that of a support. We also have that of a quirk learning facility as well that we're planning on developing next year. We just need finalizations. We can't promise you anything, but hopefully it'll be open up to the public and for those who need to improve on their quirk or find ways to help control them. Our doors are always open. Well, unless for a small fee though. Gotta keep the lights on this place somehow. As this tries to lighten up with a joke, a few students can help but laugh, but Bakugo, grinning like that of a savage, realizing, perfect, I always need a place where I can actually use my quirk properly. Tired of these damn bastards complaining about me using my quirk outside. Within, one of his lackeys saying, "Hey, why so glum, Bakugo? You use your quirk all you want back at school, so why are you complaining about that?" What I'm saying, yeah, especially on Midoriya. Soon everybody, a few people around Bakugo couldn't help but laugh. Soon the scientist is saying, "Unfortunately, we won't allow those who use their quirks in that of malicious intent. So anyone who thinks that, you're basically banned from this place." Many of them laugh with that of annoyance as well. Izuku couldn't help but smile, hearing those words, saying, the teacher saying, all right. Now, everyone, please head to the bus as soon as you can. Soon, as everybody's heading back to the bus, the scientist soon stops Izuku. Him saying, "Look, I can tell you're having a rough time, kid, especially seeing how much that everybody treats you badly. Can I ask why?" Saying, "Don't worry. If your teacher gets mad at it, I'll basically explain it. I'll walk you out as well." As the scientist stops Izuku, soon the technological scarab basically already goes through that of the walls. Before then, it goes down to that of the lobby floor. Izuku dropping his bag down to the ground. Before then, saying, "I'm actually quirkless, sir." Saying, "I thought so." Nowadays, it's either that if you have a flashy and more powerful quirk, or if you have a villain quirk or quirkless, you're looked down upon as the scum of the earth. I feel so sorry for you, son." Saying, it's okay. I just wish it was more than that. Saying, "Trust me, there's more to life than just wanting to be a hero. Take me, for example. I also have I may be a quirk, but I have a quirk that's kind of uncontrollable and unpredictable. People say I have a useless quirk." Saying, "So what is your quirk, sir?" I'm smiling, saying, "It's called Pulse, actually. It allows me to create that of a field of energy around my body. However, it's kind of uncontrollable unless I have something as that of an outlet or that of a chip or something to absorb my energy. Then it can probably be used well." Saying, "Wow, that's amazing." Izuku basically running down theories on how the quirk could be useful. Before then saying, "I know that look. You gotta look the same. You have different ways on how me to use my quirk. Don't worry, I already found ways to get past it and use it properly." Izuku couldn't help but smile, saying, him saying, "All I gotta say is, kid, just put your chin up high, keep moving forward and don't let anybody say otherwise on what you can and can't do. Quirkless or not, that doesn't mean that you can't make a difference in society. But then, Izuku could help but smile hearing the words of encouragement from the scientist, as he hasn't really heard any words like that in a long time. However, the two, unaware that a certain little creature ends up getting into Izuku's bag, with them saying, "Thank you. I didn't. Oh, right. Throughout the entire tour, totally forgot to say my name. Name is Dr. Strange. Adam Strange, actually. Transferred here about a year ago from that of the American branch of Star Labs. And you? Izuku Midoriya." Within soon, Dr. Strange saying, "Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Izuku." Within him soon, patting Izuku on the back. Within Izuku grabbing his bag off the floor, saying, "Now, come on, Izuku. Don't want to keep your teacher and your classmates waiting." Even though I can probably tell they're annoyed that you probably kept them waiting. Within soon, as Izuku says this, within the teacher having that annoyed look on his face, saying, "Midoriya, I told you to stay." Within soon, the scientist saying, "Sorry, it's my fault. Just wanted to talk to the kid, that's all." Saying, "Oh, sir, you didn't need to." "No, I wanted to. That's all. And he's not in trouble or anything like that. Just wanted to have a little conversation with him. Since out of everyone here, he was more interested in this place more than anyone else. Just wanted to give the guy at least a few pep talks and a few words of encouragement. That's all." Within hearing that, the teacher couldn't help but have that on his face, he having that of a cheerful and grateful smile. However, his eyes say it all, and more of annoyance and pretty pissed off at the fact that Izuku got, attention instead of Bakugo, who they made into their star pupil for Aldera once he gets out of their school to become a pro hero. With then Sood saying, "I see. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it." Saying, "Anytime." With then soon walking away saying, "See you, Midoriya." Saying, "You too, Dr. Strange." With that, Izuku gets on the bus. However, a few people, the class couldn't help but look at Izuku with somewhat disgust, annoyance, and pissed off, and mainly Bakugo. Especially their teacher couldn't help but be annoyed at the fact, saying, "How the hell did a quirkless brat get a knowledge instead of Bakugo? Ridiculous. I mean, he may have the highest grade, one of the second highest grades in the class, but still." With then Bakugo and his lackeys began to torment Izuku over and over. However, unaware of what's going on, but Izuku begins to notice that something's in his bag. Currently, back at Star Labs, soon the entire building begins to freak out because the scare-up light technology was disappeared. Even Dr. Strange couldn't help but say, "Oh, Jaime's not gonna like this." Soon, as the day finally comes to an end, Izuku finally heads back home. However, unscathed from what has happened from that of the trip, he was soon basically jumped by that of Bakugo and his lackeys. Within coming back home with at least a few explosion marks, few bruises, and also having that of a, somewhat unnoticeable limp in his leg. Within, Izuku saying, "I can never get out of this, can I?" With then thinking, at least this time, Gachan and those guys didn't really blow up any of my notebook, especially the one that I used to get any of the data that I needed for the support gear at Star Labs. Looking over his notes, he soon wrote down everything that he saw at Star Labs. That of a blaster that sends out that of sonic vibrations that can knock out a person. Equilibrium, with also using that of another blaster that holds people down by using that of giant thumbtacks in a way, and also creating that of blades However, instead of them being that of lethal blades, they're mainly used for that of immobiling people. Also pretty interested in that flight suit as well. Hopefully be useful if he gets the finances to ever make something like that. However, given his situation, that's far from ever going to happen. Within, as Izuku mutters to himself while going through his notes, he already arrives back at his apartment building. Within, soon, Izuku straightening himself out, trying to dust out the soot from that of the explosions, and basically trying to wipe his mark of any of the bruises and hiding away some of the bruises as well. Entering in his house saying, "I'm home." Within, seeing that of a, pudgy but also adorable looking middle-aged woman by the name of Inko Midoriya, Izuku's mother, saying, "Hi there, sweetie. How did school go today?" "It was all right. As for if you're wondering about the trip to Star Labs, it was quite amazing actually. Besides seeing a lot of support gear, and even we got to see that of pro heroes like that of Backdraft as well. It was amazing. I also met a scientist who took a quite interest in me." With then Inko saying, "Really?" Saying, "Yeah, he gave me a pep talk and told me to keep on moving forward." With then hearing those words to Inko, they basically meant that somebody was basically telling her to tell their baby to keep on moving forward, even though believing that he gave up his dream of becoming a hero. But to Izuku, Adam's words were more of him to keep on pushing forward to his dream, to never give up no matter how many times people put him down. But even so, that they both on different, ideas, they both couldn't help but be happy at everything that has happened. Within, Inko saying, "That's good. If you feel, please if you could you take off your school uniform and give it to me?" Saying, "Of course, Mom." As Izuku soon heads back into his room and about to put on some casual clothes and taking off his school uniform. As soon as he takes off both his school uniform jacket and also that of the white t-shirt under it, soon his bag rips open, as it being the green scarab. With then the unique form of alien tech soon goes on, basically jumps up on behind that of Izuku on his desk before jumping on his back. But then Izuku freaking out saying, what's going?" As then it soon latches onto his back. Within it soon, Izuku soon winces in pain, saying, "Ow, what's going?" Within, without realizing it, inside of Izuku's body, both his nervous system, his skin, and his DNA as a whole begins to be manipulated and also begins to be being attached by something else, actually. The scarab soon begins to wrap around his body. Unfortunately, Izuku's pants, the pants that Izuku had on being his school pants, begins to rip away, as it's almost like Izuku has that of a second layer of skin, as it being all black. Within, soon that of green-like armor protrusions around his chest, his shoulders, that of his forearms, and also around his legs, around his shin legs, and his feet as well, begins to appear. Within, the black skin soon covers Izuku's face. Within, he beginning that of an opening in his eyes. Before then, a green-like tiara-like visor soon appears within two protrusions coming from that of the tiara-like visor, almost like that of All Might's signature V-shape, bunny ears. As Izuku freaks out and becomes scared as hell, soon Inko, hearing all of the screaming, saying, "Hey, Izuku, what's going?" Within, she soon begins to freak out, seeing Izuku in somewhat like that of a high-tech armor, with then Izuku freaking out, seeing his mother saying, "Mom, what's going on?" With then she's saying, "Izuku, are you?" With then hearing that of a voice in Izuku's head saying, "Current connection and synchronization full towards host now complete." Seeing currently going through that of files and memories and DNA structure, host name Izuku Midoriya. With then Izuku freaking out, hearing that of a female voice that wasn't his mother, saying, what's going on? Who are you?" Saying, host asking for identification. Current name, unknown. Placeholder, call me Scarab. Scarab? What, you called a Scarab? Saying, correct. With then Inko saying, "Izuku, who are you talking to?" Saying, wait, Mom, you don't hear that voice?" Saying, as Sood shakes her head. Within saying, "Izuku Midoriya, you can only hear my voice because we are now connected. In a way, you're hearing me through that of your thoughts in your mind." Within Izuku saying, "Seriously? What even are you?" Within Inko freaking out saying, "Izuku, did you awaken your quirk?" Within, as Izuku was stuttering, wondering if this is true, within the Scarab speaking up again, saying, "Unfirm, negative. I am not your quirk. I am not your genetic mutation. I am a Scarab created by that of the horizon." With then she's Izuku freaking out saying, "Horizon?" Affirmative. Alien species that have that of a superior technological advancement and has crossed that of the stars for years. However, my people are also against that of their own people. They call themselves the Reach. My prime objective is to eliminate the Reach's agents to conquer this world." Within Izuku saying, "What?" As it freaked out Inko, as he's basically as to her, it almost sounds like he's having a conversation with himself inside of his head, as she's a little bit worried, thinking that her baby's going crazy from his quirk after all, with believing that the suit of armor is his quirk. Back with Izuku and the Scarab right now, with saying, "Yes, the Reach are basically are the same species as those of the Horizon. However, where the Horizon, my creators, want to expand their species through that of understanding and coexisting with that of other species across the galaxy. The Reach wish to conquer them, control them, and dominate them. The Horizon found that the Scarab created by that of the Reach came to this Earth about that of 10 years ago. In your time, but to them, it was about that of a year ago, actually." But then Izuku saying, "That would make sense. Space travel does take years, among that of centuries for it to develop. Even though technically it should have taken us about that of 5 minutes or 5 years ago." Within Scarab saying, "I am not surprised that you understand, such as that of space travel and the circumference of distance and longitude between that of space travel. We believe that your species was quite primitive, unaware of how space travel works." Saying, "Some people do, some people don't." With Izuku trying to defend the human race. Within saying, "But more important days, the Reach's agent is a hero that you seem to already aware of." Within, Izuku saying, "Who?" "The Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes." With then showing in front of Izuku, showing that of a picture of the number 2 pro of America, Jaime Reyes, aka the Blue Beetle. Within, Izuku saying, no way, it can't be." Until you are not ready to face against him, seeing on how capable he is with his Scarab. Most likely he has become a pro to incorporate into that of human society, to trust them, allowing the Reach easy access to this planet by weakening their defense systems and their guard. If need, you must grow stronger so you can must defeat him and take him down. To do that, I must train you and see how much you must grow. First task to do that, I must get a better feel of your current living situation. Within, soon, without realizing it, it begins to move Izuku's body. With then saying, "Wait, what? What are you?" With then soon Inko saying, "Izuku, what's going on?" With then pushing Inko out of the way carefully without hurting her, going through that of the door before then activating that of wing binders that look like that of beetle wings. Before seeing that of two thrusters, and then blasting off up into that of the evening sky. With then Izuku screaming from the top of his lungs to the point that many people in a couple of blocks could hear Izuku, and also began to see that of the green three thruster-like energy flames. With then Izuku saying, "Stop, stop, stop, please!" With then saying, current location, a district city of Tokyo known as Masafu Prefecture. Ecosystem of the area, mainly around that of Wooden Mountain region and around that of the Ocean Sea. With then say, you're already getting all of this now? I'm going through that of your memories, and it seems that I'm also connecting to your main system's internet. Saying, wait, you have internet access? Saying, I'm surprised that is the thing that you linger on the most, with you mainly not screaming flying up in the air. Have you now gotten used to this? Saying, no, I have not gotten used to this! After Izuku's freakout, the scarab continues laying out areas and scanning at the location, saying, current city next to is that of Hosu City, and that of Tokyo, and also that of Shibuya and Shinjuku as well. Close by is that of Asakusa too. With then Izuku saying, "You're already getting a fair distance of how far the cities are." Also, within Izuku getting a better look at the hub display, seeing each and every one of the cities and how far they would go in a matter of time from the area. Within soon, Izuku looking down, seeing that of several targets, being that of pro heroes are coming at him, mainly that of pro heroes that can fly, such as that of a pro hero that Izuku was aware of in the city, known as that of Jetwing, a hero that wears that of an all-white uniform with that of orange boots and gloves, and having that of his helmet looking like that of a bird, actually, that covers his eyes. With it, realizing, oh god, the pros think I'm probably using my quirk without permission, saying, current laws, quirk uses cannot be used. However, I am not a quirk. I am in a sophisticated case of alien technology that gives you that of a human exoskeleton suit. Therefore, you are not breaking any law, saying, you try and tell them that! You really think they're going to believe that you're alien tech? Saying, probably not. Your human species is primitive as hell. Saying, did you just curse? I am now getting the lingo of your human species. It seems that you all curse quite a bit of a lot. Saying, oh, you have no idea. Must have a better feel of the area. As soon, Izuku in that of his armor begins to fly off even more. Even faster than that of Jetwing, actually. With the pro hero could not but be surprised, saying, wow, they're fast. With then circling around that of the entire city, within even heading to that of another district city being Shibuya, next up being Hosu, with a few pros actually getting a glimpse of Izuku, however, being too fast for them. Izuku was more surprised, saying, I am literally going faster, mostly at that of Mach 5. How are my insides not mush or anything like that? Saying, your current body and exoskeleton suit, I am protecting you from that of the G-forces, and you are capable of talking, even connecting to people. Actually, you must give me your phone the next time we head back to your home. Saying, I need to go home now. Mom is probably worried about me. With then, soon, Scarab saying, not after I finally have that of a full description of the city. With then, soon, she's saying, affirmative, blue scarab found. Blue Beetle found, saying, wait, the Blue Beetle is here in Japan? Saying, current level not strong enough to face against. Must develop combat skills and abilities before then. Tactical retreat needed. Saying, wait, so you really want me to fight against the Blue Beetle? What if he's not a threat? What if Mr. Reyes was able to control it actually? Don't you think that's possible? Maybe possible, maybe capable, but who can say? May not be. My people do not wish to take risk when it comes to protecting other species from their own race. Also, I have gone through that of your memories. You wish to be a hero, do you not? Within, Izuku freaking out, saying, how? If with my aid, with my help, I can help you become a hero. But in return, you must help me defeat the Blue Beetle and protect your people. If anything, what you are doing and my goal is what it means to be a hero, is it not? To protect the innocent from those who wish to harm them. With that, Izuku saying, yeah, you may be right. However, there's more than just to be a hero than just taking out a target or a threat to people. Sometimes you have to help them, save them, more than just save their bodies, but also their hearts, their minds, who they are. You have to reassure them. Just like All Might, are you saying? But then, Izuku, still shocked. You are quirkless, you have no powers, and yet you still wish to become a hero. You still wish to save others, such as the support gear that you also developed, you plan on to develop. I can help you with that. If you please help me in my goals to help your world. Within, Izuku, hearing the sincerity from that of the cybernetic woman voice, saying, okay then, I help you, you help me. However, if there's a chance that the Blue Beetle is not evil and he can convince you, is that okay? Within saying, if it is possible that he is not evil and not corrupt, then so be it. Hearing that, Izuku couldn't help but sigh, saying, thank you. You say you have no name and you just prefer calling Scarab. If you would like, if you can give me time, can I call you by something else? With the Scarab saying, I will not complain. Whatever name you will have for me, I will take it with pride. With then, soon, Izuku couldn't help but smile, saying, great. Now, if you could you get me back to my house and give me back my control of my own body? With then saying, affirmative. You have now have full control over your body now. I have now have that of a layout of the entire island nation of Japan. With then saying, you've done that and that quickly? That was only just a few minutes. I am at a perfect altitude to notice the entire field, the entire island of Japan, many of the nations, cities, and locations. Now that you are able to now that you have control of your body, you can now fly. But please be within soon. Without the Scarab could finish, Izuku begins to drop down to the ground in that of free falling, saying, I can't fly properly! Saying, I was trying to finish that and try to have you remain calm. But I guess stress can be a horrible, horrible time for that. Saying, you think? Before Izuku could finish screaming, you think, he soon slams into that of a person's car before it goes off alongside a few other cars as well. As Izuku groaning in out of pain, however, realizing that it doesn't hurt that much, but more like a, bug bite in a way. Saying, how am I not having any broken bones? Within realizing, right, exoskeleton suit. Within soon, a few people come up and freak out saying, what's going on? Wait, is that a villain? Did somebody just try to use their quirk without permission? Somebody call a hero. With it saying, better get going. With soon, trying to get a better feel, trying to figure things out now, saying, instead of basically moving faster than light, how about we can just, is it possible for me to just hover there? Saying, affirmative. Within soon, the wings turn from that of the full Scarab wings from a full beetle wings to that of four wing small wings actually. Within a small thrust of power now. Within Izuku taking that of baby steps before it began to fly back up, heading back to his apartment in Masafu. As to Izuku, this would be the start. This would be his origin on how the Green Beetle would become Japan, or rather, the world's greatest hero. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read though. So, how did you guys like the first part of this? This is just the start on what I plan on doing for this series. Right now, this is just the origin of how the Green Beetle was created. And also, you may be wondering on why I added that of Adam Strange into this what if as well. Well, personally, why not? Out of Green Lanterns, he's the only, member of DC and also the Justice League member that knows about alien species and has actually traveled the galaxy that isn't a Green Lantern. Plus, he's one of the most forgotten and most unrecognizable DC heroes. So let's get some love to the GOAT that is Adam Strange. So yeah. At any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date with my videos when I upload on the channel. Also, please check out my Discord, my gaming channel, my side channel, my Patreon, and my Cash App. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later, guys, and take care. Shiro Kitsune, my lovely lady, you know what to do.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!